Hello guys, welcome back to NFT Inspo. For today's video, we are going to show you Squarespace SEO tutorial. So if you're fairly new with using Squarespace and you're not sure on how SEO and Squarespace actually works, we'll be discussing it with you. So if you're interested, let's start the tutorial. So first thing that we want to do here is we want to go to squarespace.com and just basically log in into our account. Now in here, we'll be able to see all of the websites that we have in our account. As you can see right now, I have this website here that I just recently created. So let's go ahead and click on go to website here so that we'll be able to view a few things on our website. So first thing that you should take in consideration here in your website is to first have to take a look what your content, your settings is actually set up on your website. So first thing is you have to check here is your site title. Your site title is very important because this will actually determine on what your website's going to be about and what's going to be featured whenever it's going to pop up in Google. Now in this case, make sure that what you use or the title that you use here actually is about what your site is everything about. So in this case, for example, I just have these ordinary webs or title here, so we could go ahead and just edit our site here. So let's go ahead and click on edit here, change a few things. As you can see, this is our site title, edit site, and from here we could go ahead and click on this one and your site title. So maybe we want to name this as plant, let's say plant in this case. And in here, let's just go back, and from here you could go ahead and save at the top left. Now, another thing you should be checking here is the overall content of your website. Now, if your content is not the same, so sometimes, if you're not aware yet, your site is actually being parsed, meaning all of the collective content on your website is going to be parsed, meaning like the topic itself should be cohesive, like it should be in one theme only, so that your site would actually be featured more. So in this case, make sure that all the contents that you'll be posting here, like for example, if you're a shop, make sure that you sell plant-related shop things here if your shop is about plants. Now, another thing that you could start checking here is the domain that you are using. So for now, let's just go ahead and click on exit here, and we want to go to our settings. So at the bottom left of your screen, if you click on the settings button here, let's go ahead and click on it. From here, it will be redirected to your domain. Now in this case, if you're using this squarespace.com domain here, I would suggest you to buy your own domain, because if you buy your own domain, it's increased the most probability of you appearing on the search results, so meaning that you'll have something unique. So instead of having like squarespace.com, there's a lot of websites here that use squarespace.com, and your website might not be that unique if you don't have your own domain. So if you click on get a domain here, it's going to give you this option here to get your own domain. So there's going to be a lot of stuff here like .com, .net, .org, and a lot more. Now, in this case, as you can see, our title or site name is going to be the one that's going to be showcase here, .com, .net. So what I suggest you try using here, like for example, if you're just a general website, .com would be great. So if it's available, use that. But if you're like on an organization, try using .org. So if you're like selling something, you could go ahead and use .shop and a lot more. I know there's like alternatives for .shop. You could go ahead and search that. But yeah, so use the appropriate option. So .net, .org, .com, depending on the type of website that you have. Now in this case, once you've chosen your domain, that's great. It's awesome. That's one step for you to basically improve your SEO. Now, another thing that we could do here is this is still underneath the settings option. So if you scroll down a bit here, you should see the marketing option. So let's go ahead and go to SEO appearance. Now, under SEO appearance, you'll be able to do a few things. Now, we have the SEO checklist. So the great thing about Squarespace here is they provide a very short tutorial. It might not be everything that you should know here, but they actually provide this one. So if you click on SEO checklist, it's going to give you ideas on what to check. So just to give you an overview, I've opened up the link here, and as you can see, the site design. So add a browser icon, show social sharing images, custom for full pages, review your content. You also have the site information, like what I said before, your site title, site description. You could also edit that. So SEO descriptions, and check your page and title formats. So there's a lot of things that you could check here, like the checklist that they provided. Now, I also mentioned before the domain and URL setup. So connect a custom domain, connect to social media, ensure SSL is enabled, and check URL slugs. Now, in this case, all of this information mentioned here, I'm going to discuss a few of them. So let's just go back here. So we have the Google search keywords, hire an SEO expert. Now, SEO is something really complicated, so you might want to consider hiring another person for you to do it, because I'm not an expert, would be a better one to basically give you ideas on how to proceed. But in this case, I'm going to give you like the basic stuff here. So this is the search appearance on SEO. So meaning if you appear on search results, is what you're going to look like. You could go ahead and edit that if you want to. Like for example, this is the homepage. Like this is the website for it's going to appear whenever someone searches for it. Like if a specific page is being searched for your website, this is what it's going to look like. Again, if you type something here, like for example, I'm going to say hey, so it's going to say plant hey. They also have the items here. You can also edit that if you are a shop. Now in this case, once you're done, you can go ahead and hit on save at the top right. But if you want to exit, just click on cancel. Now from here, what we need to do is we could edit a few things again. So for now, let's just go ahead and exit this one. So here we went back into settings. So again, we have our browser icon. So when you click on it, it's going to say using the field below, you can upload a browser URL icon for use with your site. This icon needs to be PNG format and will be resized by the browser for display in your URL bar. So if you want to add browser icon, that would be great. So as mentioned before, in the SEO checklist, it's very important that you complete all the information that you have in your website and make sure that everything is in theme. Now we also have the option here for social sharing. So when sharing your pages on social networks, Squarespace will use this image to represent the content. So collection items like blog posts will use their featured images. So if you want to use that, you could go ahead, like for example, like sharing this to a specific social network, and the image that you'll be uploading here will be the image that will be used for maybe sharing or representing that content. Now we also have the social links here. So adding a social link to Squarespace allows you to display social icons to your visitors, helping them find whenever you maintain a presence on the web. So the main idea here is to maintain your presence on the web. So like for example, if you already have a Facebook or a Instagram account, make sure that you link them here. Like for example, click on it, and from here just enter your profile icon and just hit on save, or profile link here, hit on save and just click on, basically just entering it here. Also have the Twitter here, but it's now X. You could also add a social link here if you want to as well. Like if you're present in other platforms, you go ahead and actually add it in this section here. But yeah, so that's the basics on SEO for Squarespace. So if you really want to learn more, make sure that you read through into the SEO checklist. Most of the stuff is actually included here. But yeah, so that's about it. So hopefully this video was able to help you. Like and subscribe to you, and if the inspo, thank you for watching.